So, I hope y'all enjoy me doing the podcast live. That was actually recommended to me by a buddy of mine at work. He said doing podcast on Twitch, it's a lot easier to get recognized on Twitch rather than YouTube because the podcast community on Twitch is very small, and so it's very easy to find new podcasts on there. So, Nick, if you're watching, you said you had notifications on YouTube, so I hope you're watching. I appreciate it, man. That's a homie right there. He also recommended that to use Anchor because Anchor allows you to put your podcast on Spotify and Apple Music and or not Apple Music, Apple Playlist. What's the word? Apple Podcast. Sorry. It allows you to put your podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, all that for free. So in the following weeks, the podcast might be available in audio versions on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We'll just have to see. I got to read through their terms and conditions and everything first. But if they do, then Nick, you're an MVP, man. So I hope you're watching. So I gave you recognition there. He recommended I use Anchor and also live stream the podcast on Twitch. But with that being said, I also have some surprises for y'all for the podcast. Let me go ahead and pull them up here. Bam. Production value is going up. And we also got this and that. There we go. So as you can see, we now have the things we're going to talk about today down at the bottom. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Bucks versus Suns. They play game 3 tonight. I'm recording this Sunday at noon, which is whenever I think I said already, but I'm going to try and record all of these at Sunday at noon unless I have something come in the way, and then it'll be either an earlier or later time on Sunday or pushed back to Monday, or maybe I might do it on Saturday so that it's a little bit earlier and the podcast still gets out on time. But anyway, just plan for me to do the podcast for you guys on Sundays at noon. And if it's not going to be Sundays at noon, it'll be sometime near Sunday at noon.